you build the MVP, it's up and running. What do you do next? Was fundraising even like on your radar? Is that what you wanted to do? I feel like there's a lot of stigma, and we'll ask Tunya about this as well, especially in the developer community, that for some reason people think VCs or any investor is gonna come to you as a developer and tell you, hey, you need to do this using TypeScript and not something else, or hey, you should use Ruby on Rails versus PHP, or I don't know. What was the path for you there?
Yeah, I mean, we are developing Haskell, so I think that says enough. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, I mean, I think first you have to decide what you want to do. Like, are you even interested in venture capital, or is it just going to be? I was just on the panel the other day, and one developer used like a word like, this project is my house plant. So it's like a library or something which I never will maybe like be huge or grow big.
Okay.
But it's going to be like integral part of other libraries, and basically I can get sponsorships, I can just work on it, connect it, collaborate and stuff like that. So that's one thing. But for us specifically, we decided to build a whole new web framework.
Okay.
So it's a pretty kind of solution in one, and because of the approach we took, building our own compiler, our own specification language around it, we knew it's going to take a lot of time, and we knew we can do it part-time. So for us, that was the main reason why we decided for VC funding. And also we knew about YC, we knew that they have a lot of open source companies and they know what they're doing there. So that was the main motivator for us to apply.
I've been thinking about it recently about time, and I feel like the role of a founder is literally to buy time for the company until you figure it out, either sales or the product, one of those two, so you either hit it or don't. But essentially, you're buying time at the end of the day. What about you, Amir? What was you already kind of hinted that you guys wanted to go the investor route. Was it a similar approach? Did you think it's going to need a lot of resources, a lot of time? And were you afraid that they're going to tell you, hey, don't do this, don't do that?
Yeah, no, we were not afraid of what they will say. I don't think that really matters, because you can always say no, and I think it's fair to have your say, and have even better if you have the arguments against something that someone is suggesting. I don't think that there is a situation where someone will suggest something and that will have detrimental effect. It can only be helpful because it's another perspective to consider. But I think, again, mistake that we did, we went pretty early into fundraising without product, without revenue, with a great idea, because we were convinced that it's a great idea. And somehow I think it was partially emotional as well, because it's coming, look at this, it's amazing, if we build this, then we can build hundreds of those, and sounds pretty convincing to us, and we'll be able to convince others. But it seems that having the idea and passion is not the main driver for the investors, and that's fine. That's
we'll let Tunya answer that.
That's absolutely acceptable. That's something that we learned along the way, and I don't think that we have lost anything in the process, because it's not like we would develop or implement more code if we didn't fundraise. And I don't think that founder should be the one writing the code and creating the product himself. There are more important matters to attend. From running the company to creating a brand and creating networking within the industry and so on. From that side, I think I often say that building a company and building a product are two equally challenging jobs, and you have to have a team that is building a product, and you have to have founders team that is building a company, and when you join these two things together, then it becomes something investable. So yeah, that's from my perspective.